And our top focus this news wheel is the radiation risk that we're all looking at when we're talking about the Chernobyl nuclear plant. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, he has tweeted that a Russian drone struck the destroyed nuclear power plant at Chernobyl on the Thursday night. Zelensky took to his social media platform X and wrote, "Last night, a Russian attack drone with a high explosive warhead struck the shelter protecting the world from radiation at the destroyed fourth power unit of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. This shelter was built by Ukraine together with other European countries and the world, with America, all those committed to real security for humanity. The only country in the world that attacks such sites, occupies nuclear power plants, and wages war without any regard for the consequences is today's Russia. This is a terrorist threat to the entire world." Now, Ukraine's State Emergency Service, they later said that the radiation background and the limits, they remain within the normal limits. That is a good news, even after this attack on the shelter of the fourth destroyed power unit at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. The overnight strike, it hit the shelter of the plant's destroyed former fourth power unit. It caused a fire that has since been extinguished. Russia has not yet commented on this particular attack. And this right on the backdrop and on the heels of Donald Trump saying that I've spoken to both the leaders, Zelensky and Putin, to find a way out to stop the Ukraine-Russia war. Now, as of Friday morning, the radiation levels had not increased at the plant. This is what Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian leader, said. And the UN's nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, they said fire safety personnel and vehicles responded within minutes of the overnight explosion. No casualties were reported, and the radiation levels at this current time, they remain normal. But Russia hasn't responded yet, and like I mentioned, right on the heels of Donald Trump giving that confidence to the rest of the world that Ukraine-Russia war will finally come to a ceasefire soon. Well, talking about global diplomacy, Pakistan has reacted to the United States and India's joint statement, calling on Pakistan to expeditiously bring to justice to the perpetrators of the 26/11 Mumbai and the Pathankot attacks. That's right. Now, Pakistan's Foreign Office, it claims that the Pakistan-specific reference in the Indo-US joint statement is, well, that's what they're calling it. They're calling it one-sided, misleading, and wrong. Now, the joint Indo-US statement called on Pakistan to ensure that its territory is not used to carry out cross-border terrorist attacks. Now, recognizing India as a major defense partner and a key Quad partner, the United States and India will review their respective arms transfer regulations, including the International Traffic in Arms Regulation. And in order to streamline defense, trade, technology exchange, and maintenance, spare supplies and in-country repair and overhaul of the US-provided defense systems, that's going to be taken care of. Now, the leaders, both the leaders, United States and India, also called for opening negotiations this year for a reciprocal defense procurement, an RDP agreement, to better align their procurement systems and enable the reciprocal supply of defense goods and services. The leaders hailed the 2025 meeting and visit as a pioneering year for US-India civil space cooperation, with plans for NASA-ISRO effort through the Axiom to bring the first Indian astronaut to the International Space Station, an early launch of the joint NISAR mission, the first of its kind to systematically map changes to the Earth's surface using dual radars. Pakistan's foreign ministry looking down upon that joint statement, but comes at quite a rich time for a nation that in itself is on the precipice of getting fifth-generation aircraft from China, about 30 of those J-35s. Pakistan stating that the increase in military capacity with India-US ties may cause imbalance in the region, well, certainly comes in quite the rich flavor. Now, during his meeting with Prime Minister Modi, US President Donald Trump hailed him as a great leader and praised his remarkable work in India and his global recognition. Donald Trump also praised Prime Minister Modi's negotiation skills, calling him a tougher and better negotiator than himself. Now, amidst the announcements of reciprocal tariffs and criticizing India for charging some of the highest trade tariffs in the world, US President Donald Trump heaped praises on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Here are 7 things President Trump said about Prime Minister Modi. Well, let's take a look at this. He is doing really great in India. Everybody talks about him. He's doing a really fantastic job. He also said that Narendra Modi, he's a great leader. Well then, on welcoming him at the White House with a warm hug, President Donald Trump said, "We missed you a lot." Then you've got Donald Trump, who praised the Prime Minister and wrote in the book, Our Journey Together, which he presented to the Prime Minister, "Mr. Prime Minister, you are great. I'm thrilled to welcome my friend Prime Minister Modi. He is a special man." Another one of those adages that he used for the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Modi has been a friend for a long time. And then Donald Trump also went on to add that he is a much tougher negotiator than me, and he is much better negotiator than me. There is not even a contest. Highlighting the issues concerning India the most, President Trump spoke about radical Islamic terrorism and said that together, both the nations and both the leaders are going to be fighting it. In a major development, Donald Trump announced extradition of Mumbai blast terrorist Tahavvur Rana to India. Citing continued cooperation, Donald Trump also said that we're giving a violent man, a dangerous man, back to India, and assured that more action will follow. We will work with India on crime, is what President Trump said. And on the tariff issue, Donald Trump displayed a softer side for India and said that it is not India alone that is responsible. Now, President Trump also showed special gestures for Prime Minister Modi. President Trump welcomed PM Modi with a warm hug. He warmly welcomed Prime Minister Modi, saying, "We missed you." President Trump presented his book to the PM, Our Journey Together, in which he wrote, "Prime Minister, you are great." President Trump pulled a chair for PM Modi, showcasing their strong bond as well.